There was some criticism from Democratic lawmakers about contributions to international organizations dropping by 89% from 1.4 billion last year to 169 million, including, quote, eliminating funding for the UN and NATO. Is that something that the department is considering, eliminating funding from those agencies?
You know, that's from a story that is looking at a memo that was leaked or not from a plan that is a suggestion. What I can tell you, though, is it really makes me concerned when I see the word eliminate. I traveled to NATO for that summit with the secretary. Every meeting, every moment, every time on camera, in every bilateral meeting, talking with the Secretary General, the one message, it was with several messages, but the singularly important message that everyone there cared about was the fact that the Secretary of State of the United States reiterated our complete commitment to NATO, as has the President of the United States. Now, what we also want in our commitment means that we want to make sure and help to make sure that the nations in NATO can actually deliver on the mission of NATO, which is to be a deterrent. It is not to help with wars or to help fight them or to fund them or to make it a little bit better as the wars are going on. NATO was meant to be a collection of entities that would stop the bad actors from doing the bad thing, because it would be very, very bad for them if they did it. And at this point, clearly, we've got nations that have got to ramp up, share the burden, increase their defense spending, not because we're meanies, but because we are committed to NATO. And NATO has to be the thing that it has been purported to be and expected to be at the beginning and wants to be. I have to tell you that there was recognition of this fact. At NATO, the number of countries increasing their budget commitment to defense, the recognition that it was an important thing, without exception. And that's where, when we think about a story about eliminating funding to NATO, couldn't be further from the truth. This is about making NATO stronger, making NATO, well, dare I say, great again. But that's where it becomes like fear-mongering and understandably upsets people. But as I've said with the other review we've had with the foreign aid, some things will change, but it doesn't mean that we've changed our commitment to something, but it may look different. That if, in fact, other nations are coming together and raising their commitment and their contribution, perhaps the American contribution then does come down, and yet NATO is stronger. So that is, I think, part of what every family does, is looking